Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading, Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. Today's reading is going to be for Capricorn. Is it? Did I do a reading for Sagittarius already? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, we'll just do it anyways. For Capricorns, alright, my Cappies, if you guys resonate with the reading, like, share, and subscribe. If you're not a Capricorn, this is a timeless reading and it gets to you a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now. It's for you. Alright, so we're starting off with the Empress. Look at this beautiful energy. She's so beautiful. She's so loving. Everybody just wants to be around her. So gorgeous. Very peaceful, calming. The mother energy. She gets what she wants, right? And then you get that, right? That's just a whole version of you. Maybe that's the side of you that you show to people. Maybe this is the person you strive to be when you're involved with higher self, right? Gorgeous energy. This is also for men who are like really working on being more loving and more attractive and, just boosting their confidence, but not in like, not in a prideful way, but more in a humbling way. These guys nowadays, man, they finesse, okay? They're sexy. And then you get this get the Knight of Swords. So this is you, right? This is you, all loving, great energy, and then this is you. This is you on the inside, the part that the parts that nobody sees, the defensiveness, the protectiveness, the ego, the pride, the hostility, the victimization, the people pleasing, right? The vanity, the wanting people to love them, attention seeking behavior, right? Or the protective behavior. This is you. It it's like night and day, right? It's like night and day. Look at these energies. It almost seems like a dad, right? Like the dad, the protective dad, trying to tell his daughter, "Hey, watch how you dress. Don't be so giving and so loving to these guys, right? Because they'll break your heart." And it's just like the grumpy one, right? I would have looked at it that way, like if this was not you, this is a whole different energy. This could be somebody's dad, right? Being overprotective. Somebody just look how spiteful this person looks towards this Empress energy. It could be a female looking at a male this way, right? Gender doesn't matter. But look at the hostility, the anger, the resentment this one's holding on to this one. It could be looked at as maybe somebody out there having jealousy issues towards you. But I'm getting more this is you. And these are two aspects of you that you have and hold inside, but they're compartmentalized. They're not put together, right? Because that's like night and day. Then you get the moon, sexy, attention seeking energy. This is you demanding respect. This is you demanding attention. This is you doing whatever it takes behind the scenes that nobody sees. She's willing to do all this shady shit. He's willing to do all the shady shit. It takes to get your attention, right? And it's not talking about it. I get mostly like, let's say this is you in the hidden and dark, um, going out there looking for attention for people, but really, I'm getting more of you demanding attention from her. It's like pissed because it's like, well, your shadows, right? Whatever parts of me that I am still need to be loved and understood, but because you're not looking at me, or if you do look at me, you don't acknowledge me and you don't pay attention to me, or you're not looking for creative outlets where I can express this version of myself, I'm going to keep bothering you. I'm going to keep hating on you. I'm going to keep being mean to you. I'm going to keep demanding the respect that I need, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, whatever shady shit I can come up with to come and piss you off when you least expect it. You want to deny me in public? You're not going to. I'm going to show up where you least expect it, and I'm going to ruin this whole parade. You will pay attention to me. It's the neediest version of you, the neediest, the parts of you that you're embarrassed to show. Oh no, 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 no. They're pissed because they're like, how dare you hide me? How dare you be embarrassed of me? Without me, you're nothing. She's taking that shit personal, right? He, she, you are taking that shit personal. You are not playing. You are not playing. You are literally, this is vindication, right? She's going to do what it takes to make sure she gets you to listen to her. And then this comes out, right? It's the sun, the moon, and the sun in the background. All this energy, it's like you accepting that there needs to be a balance. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you understand, you see this version of yourself, and you're trying to integrate it with your higher self, right? It's like integration, but you're trying to live the most authentic version of yourself that you can, and it's hard because you've compartmentalized your whole life as one versus the other, right? It could have been one versus the other the whole time. This one only comes out when this one's had enough, or when it felt like it needed to protect, right? Or this one just is displayed at all times, and this one comes out when you feel the safest, right? It's like learning to live on both, with both versions of yourself, without killing each other, right? Because whatever parts of your family, they're all parts of you, right? And you want them all to be as harmonious and as peaceful as possible, without, like I said, killing each other. So it's hard. You don't know how to do that. You're learning how to do that. And what the thing about it is that whatever you're doing, I think it's in turn because you hear yourself being pissed off, saying you're not going to deny me anymore. You're going to be nice to me. You're going to give me what I want. You're being threatened essentially by your own self, your own shadow, your own people-pleasing tendencies, whatever it is, because maybe you're not giving it what it wants, and so it's lashing out at you, because it needs a creative outlet. It needs you to pay attention to it. It needs you to coddle it. It needs you to give it extra care. It just needs you to do that, especially during the holidays. It's hard. But again, it's all about this person's a master temperance. Look at the way she travels the water. It's balanced from cup to cup. She knows how to channel. She knows how to transfer energy, love from one cup to the other, and divine perfect timing. I mean, look how effortless this energy is, right? It's having faith that you'll eventually get to this energy, that you'll eventually know how to master both aspects of yourself, so that all aspects of yourself could be at peace. Then you had the Empress on top, right? And then you had strength. I didn't even get reverse on this. I got more of as above, so below, right? Look how the difference is. This one's completely guarded and closed off, and this one's completely open, right? It's both aspects. How do we satisfy both? How do I come up? How do I become open to people and let them embrace me, but then also not let them step over me? How do I, trust people that I don't know, when all I want to do is, these are people I don't like, so how do I live with these people? Like, how can I be more understanding towards people that I don't like? Well, the reason you may be having trouble with that is because you're feeling that inside. Maybe you're not the most trustworthy person, right? Maybe you're the most untrusting person because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust that you're going to get the job done. You don't trust that you're going to make all areas of yourself happy. You don't trust in the process, but you want to. Look at these completely different energies. This one's looking for vengeance and bloodbath, and he's here to protect at all cost. And then this is the one that's optimistic and gives people chances and wants to see the best of people. And this is the part that's been hurt and damaged and destroyed. How do we make this one big happy family? How do we make every part of ourselves heard, right? You're at the Nine of Cups, though, because it's the intention, it's the thought of you wanting this type of peace and harmony in your life that gets you to the Nine of Cups. Forgiving yourself. Maybe there's areas of yourself that need to be forgiven, because you're trying to heal the heartbreak. You really are. You're really trying. You may not know how. You may not know whether it's going to pay off. You may not know, right? But you're trying really hard to be not only positive of the future, but it's like taking every part of you with you, the good and the bad, which is experiences and all. How do I make the worst things that happen to me, my experiences, the most negative parts of myself, how do I make them believe again? How do I instill faith into parts of myself while I'm healing, right? Maybe healing is what instills the faith, right? Maybe letting a little bit of this optimism in to the darkest places of yourself. It's maybe letting this part of yourself be revealed, that it's not always sunshine and beauty, right? It can also be deadly and painful and misunderstood, but this is still a part of yourself. It's still who you are. How come they can't both come out at the same time and be? Maybe you're too afraid of what people think about you. Maybe there's a part of you that feels that if this part is exposed, then they're not going to like you. Or maybe when this part was exposed, people told you they didn't like you. And so it was too much for you and you cared too much what they thought. And so you sacrificed this one as a child to just show this one. But guess what? It's not real. This isn't 100% you. That's only 50%. This part of you that had to be sacrificed in your childhood because of whatever happened to you. Look at the trauma. This motherfucker done. There's blood on the sword, right? Whatever you sacrificed as a child, right? Maybe you got beaten if you disrespected or showed this part of yourself, the boundaries, the love, the self-respect, the ego, whatever, the parts of you that were not accepted by either your parents, your family members, friends, those parts of you that were not accepted now have to be. But that would require you to accept that this is who you are and be okay with showing this part of yourself. Whether people like it or not, it's still you and it's going to be you, and you're going to keep showing that regardless of what anybody else tells you. That's the solution, right? Maybe you need to heal. Maybe because, when you were a kid, your parents or whoever didn't like those parts of yourself. Because they didn't like those parts of yourself, you told yourself those parts of yourself were bad, but they weren't. You needed those parts. Right? And so it's sad that these parts only come out when you're hurt or when you need to defend yourself or protect yourself. These parts should not be only coming out at that time, because then they're going to be like enhanced and it's going to be too much. You want these parts to come out even when you're at your happiest, because they're more calm. They're more, they're you, but they're more tamed. There's the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know. At this point, like I said, it's you having faith that it would all work out, right? It's having faith that you have confidence to show those parts of yourself. You can show these parts of yourself. The heartbroken side, the risk-taking side, the person that's exhausted and tired and complaining about how it's not moving the way it's supposed to. If you cry in front of somebody and you cry, it is what it is. Like, it's being okay. Being okay with who you are. But of course people are going to say no to you. But it's not even, that's the thing. It's like, you look outside and when you show people this fierce, harsh version of you, the one with boundaries, the one who's attention seeking, whatever parts of yourself, when you show these parts out to people and they reject you, the only reason it hurts you is because you haven't accepted these parts of yourself. If you had, then you wouldn't care what anybody else thinks. So that's how I know you need healing. You need to cry because you still look at yourself like as bad. How can you be bad? This is who you are. Like, maybe your reactions, people say it's bad because when you come out, you come out. But again, if you expose those parts of yourself before you get angry, it'd be a tamer version. A more tamed version, but because you hate yourself, it shows. It, like, when you express these parts of yourself, they come out angry and hurt, and it's because it's all a reflection of what you see within yourself or how you feel about yourself inside. Ultimately, this again goes to the King of Cups. It's balanced. balanced energy, balanced all aspects of yourself, no matter how rough, how ugly. It's just you understanding it and learning to surrender to both aspects in the moment. He's balanced. This man is balanced. Mm. And it's funny because you see the bottom. The treachery is like the bottom is it's rough feathers. It's like again because you're trying to merge the murky the things you hate about yourself, the ugly. It's like the dangers. You're trying to merge the dangers with the happiest version of yourself, the parts of yourself that you do like. You're trying to merge both and you're trying to tame both. But they're both in the picture. The bad and the good, right? But it's only bad because you think it's bad. It's not bad. And fuck, if people perceive it as bad, they weren't your friends. And again, you can't even blame them because technically they never saw that side of you. You were hiding it. So when they do see it, they get surprised and they get scared and they don't understand. That kind of is, you kind of can't blame them for that. You got to blame yourself on that part because you need to be authentic enough to show all these aspects. Maybe you didn't because you thought they wouldn't love you. Maybe your parents didn't love you enough with those aspects, so you thought nobody else will. Shit, I don't even like myself with those aspects. Who else will? Well, when you do learn to love yourself for those, with every part of you, you're going to show people. You're going to show people what it is to really love. It's so easy to love the good part. It's not as easy to love unconditionally. So, all right, my beautiful Capricorns, that's all I have for you. I love you. Bye.